who expressed commitment to the unity of their nation. The president said the credibility built between the state and the people was based on deeds, not words. The president said that Syria has gone through difficult days in which it paid dearly in terms of security, stability and development. The president added that the martyrs who fell were a big loss for their families and a heavy loss for him personally. The president added that our only option is to look forward to the future, and this future is what we possess when we decide to shape it rather than allow events to do so. The president said that Syria has always been the target of various conspiracies before and after independence. The president added that extremist and Takfiri thought has only changed its tools. It is rooted in dark corners and appears on the surface whenever circumstances are available. It kills in the name of religion, sabotage under the slogan of reform, and spread chaos in the name of freedom. President al-Assad said the extremists have distorted the image of the nation outside and even called for foreign intervention, thus seeking to weaken the national political stance, which is committed to the return of all the national rights. The president added that those people with extremist thought recalled hateful sectarian discourse that does not belong to our religion. The president stressed that we have to restore what has been sabotaged. We have to reform the saboteurs or isolate them, and only then we can go ahead with the development and reforms. President al-Assad added that there is strong desire to eradicate corruption as a main cause of injustice. There will be no tolerance with those who are unable to work in a responsible way. The president said that one of the main priorities of the National Dialogue Committee is to consult with different social segments to reach the best formula. President al-Assad said that meeting the urgent public demands had already begun before the start of the dialogue as Syria lifted the state of emergency, cancelled the State Security Court, issued the law on organizing the right to peaceful demonstration, formed committee to outline the draft law for elections, and another committee for fighting corruption. The president said that there will be a new People's Assembly on August of this year. He added that Syria would pursue and hold accountable those who caused bloodshed or sought to do so, as the damage affected everybody. President al-Assad said Syria is willing to look for an economic model which is suitable for Syria and can achieve social justice. His Excellency pointed out that his extensive meetings with popular delegations allowed him to expand channels of direct communication. He added that achieving reform and development is not only an internal need, but also a necessary and vital issue for our national cohesion. President al-Assad called on families which emigrated from their cities to return as soon as possible. The president stressed that the solution of the problem is of political nature, and there is no political solution with those who carry weapons. He added that when the parties assume their role in the future, they will be the suitable channels to turn these popular energies into productivity. The president said Syria will emerge from the crisis stronger thanks to the coherence of its society and its firm principles and determination of its people. The president stressed that Syria will be safe and fine as long as the Syrian people enjoy a great and victorious spirit. Public squares and major streets throughout Syrian governorates witnessed today the influx of thousands of citizens who took part in huge marches called for by civil societies and youth and popular organizations in support of President al-Assad's comprehensive reform program. In Damascus, citizens affirmed that their participation in such marches is an expression of their adherence to their national unity and denunciation of the conspiracy that targets Syria and the steadfastness of the Syrian people. The participants in Aleppo's march, on their part, voiced their support for the course of reforms in Syria and their keenness on its security and stability. In Daraa, citizens who took part in a huge march in the city expressed their absolute rejection of the attempts to target Syria on account of its independent decision and defense of the resistance and Arab rights. In Homs, hundreds of thousands took to the streets to express their national unity and condemn the foreign plots against Syria and the malicious news media campaign carried out by several satellite channels. In Hama, crowds of citizens expressed their belief that every Syrian family is a miniature of the larger Syria with all its social brackets under the banner of the homeland. In Latakia, citizens affirmed their support for the March of Reform and rejection of foreign intervention in its internal affairs. In Tartus, citizens affirmed that they took to the streets to express determination to follow up the March of Reform and defend the homeland in the face of the conspiracies targeting it. The people in Deir ez-Zor said their march is to block every attempt aimed at undermining Syria's security and stability. Al-Hasaka residents stressed that the light of the sun cannot be blurred by spiteful sounds and that the broad daylight truth is love for Syria. Citizens in Al-Raqqa reiterated in their huge march in support of the comprehensive reform program that the Syrian people derive their strength from their national unity and faith in their nation, army and cause. As-Suwaida citizens asserted that the homeland is built with work and effort, denouncing the attempts of Western intervention in Syria's internal affairs. The inhabitants of Idlib, on their part, voiced strong belief that all Syrians are united in the face of the enemies of the homeland and their support of the comprehensive march of reform. Millions of citizens took to the streets today in different Syrian cities to show support for the plan of reforms introduced by the president's speech.
Millions of people flocked into the streets of Damascus in a show of national unity and solidarity, stressing their firm stance behind their leaders' plans of reform and their rejection to any foreign interference.
We want to give our message to all the Western countries and to the USA to take care of their own issues and don't interfere with others' issues. And I want to say that these conspiracy are already, we discovered it and we overcome it.
We don't want to be remote control in the hand of America and Israel and all the other Arab countries. So we support him, we love our country, we love Syria. All of us, Muslim and Christian, we love Syria simply because it's our land.
You can see all the crowd on the street. We come here to say to our president and to our people, God save Syria.
Holding the national flags and pictures of their beloved president, the marchers also confirmed their love to the members of the national army who protect the country against terrorists and saboteurs.
I would say to the Syrian army that we are behind all of you officers, all of you soldiers, and we are with you forever.
We love our president and we are behind him.
The marchers also held placards thanking the other countries that stood with Syria in its ordeal.
No to terrorism, no to the foreign interference, yes to our President Bashar al-Assad, and yes to our army. This is the message of hundreds of thousands of Syrian people who took out into the streets today to say Syria stands firm against all conspiracies.